welcome to A Novel Console, your weekly podcast where we talk about books, games, food, and stuff that caught our attention during the week. My name is Chris, and with me is my beautiful co-host and wife, Karen.
Hello.
You need to change that.
Why?
Because you always go like,
That was enthusiastic. Hello.
every week you're like, every week.
You know what we need to do again?
What?
We need to do some cold opens and get us into the groove. Actually, no, don't listen to me. I don't want to do that again.
Make you do a cold open. Stop this right now so we can record a cold open.
What is it that I did that one time that made you laugh so much?
You know, a pirate, like over yonder. And it was in a Castlevania episode with...
I see Castlevania on the TV right now.
Yeah, I was going to play it.
What a coincidence.
For a few weeks away from now. Yeah. Okay, ready for the regular intro stuff?
Yeah,
okay,
ready. Okay.
Hey, if this is your first or 113th time coming back into the show, welcome. We're glad you're joining us for an episode of A Novel Console. We hope you stick around, have some laughs, and maybe find some new things to enjoy. If you want to reach out to us, you can do it on our socials, which is basically at A Novel Console on every platform, or you can email us directly at anovelconsole@gmail.com, or if you would like to support us, you can do it over at patreon.com/anovelconsole.
Aren't we moving that
What do you mean?
to another platform?
We'll see.
We gotta figure out if there is another platform.
Yeah, it's
that
a
works.
whole gross mess with Patreon that we gotta figure out.
Fucked up.
Or eventually we might just get rid of it entirely.
We need money.
20
We
bucks.
need to pay for our bus route.
20 bucks a month.
It pays. It literally keeps the podcast running.
It does.
That's it. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
Tell your friends to check out the show because every listen and review helps us keep running the podcast. You can leave us a review on most platforms, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, you name it. Reviews help us be more discoverable. We also have our own Novel Console Discord. If you want to join that, send us an email or check out our Twitter and look for the pinned tweet.
Yes.
Featuring the join link.
Yes. On
thing.
the pin tweet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That thing.
Okay.
You went on a Twitter rampage last night.
I go on a Twitter rampage every once in a while.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I need to turn off those alerts.
Yeah. We also saw the Rick and Morty episode from last week, and it was directed by Heather Ann Campbell from Get Played, and it was probably the best episode so far of this season.
That was all right.
I thought it was fucking
I
hilarious.
liked the Night Family.
That one was just... It was horror-ish, but it wasn't that funny. This one was just stupid funny. Like the whole fucking fortunes being real. It was
silly.
Hey, we watched Rings of Power yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
You have thoughts on it?
Yeah, I do.
Care to give me the thoughts?
Okay, we're going to get into some spoilery territory here. So, how long do you think we should skip ahead? How long do you think we're going to take?
5 minutes.
Yeah, if you don't want to get any spoilers, skip ahead 5 minutes. Because this is up to the most current episode. Yep. What the fuck are they doing? I surely hope to God that they're just pretending that Celeborn is MIA because if that's not what they're doing, then they're literal major characters who will not exist if Celeborn doesn't exist.
Yep.
Like one of my favorite characters will not exist if Celeborn doesn't exist.
Also, it makes no sense because wasn't Celeborn there when the rings were made?
He helps make them.
And wasn't Galadriel old lady-ish looking already when the rings were made?
Well,
she wasn't this young as she see.
At the beginning of the Fellowship is when she's telling the story and it shows them taking their elven rings, and she is. But I mean, that's different. That's not even what I'm talking about. I don't know. And Galadriel, she's just really fucking infuriating.
And fucking Sauron was supposed to be there during the rings being made too, because he's the one that put the idea in Celebrimbor's head.
Yeah. Well, the rings aren't being made yet.
Still,
they're probably not going to be made till season 10. Because they think that they're going to do that many seasons of this goddamn show.
It's so bad.
Nori is infuriating.
She is annoying.
I wish that Marshall Mathers had just killed her. because that was so infuriating.
Titty Slim Shady.
Oh my God. It was so fucking annoying. And I'm sorry, if you have a festering wound and you're in bed, incapable of moving, and like you can barely breathe, you're not going to get up and walk to a horse and hop on it and start riding to get elvish medicine. Like, that's just not how that works.
No.
Mm.
There's so many things with it that I just... Like, I was okay with the show, and I'm still fine with a lot of the characters. I love my cousin, Arondir.
His voice annoys me.
I love him. He's great. I love fucking Durin, his wife.
Durin is the best. Durin and Disa are the best.
Fucking
I like Halbrand.
Elrond.
I just wish he weren't with her.
Yeah.
I also like if he turns out to be a Nazgul, or which he probably will, or the kingdom that betrayed Isildur.
What was it called? The Ghost King of Angmar?
No, they're
Angmar?
the king of Dudu. Hold on, let me Google it.
Never mind.
Keep talking
just
while
forget
I Google.
about it.
I can't remember the name.
Come on,
the
continue.
ghost people. The ghost kingdom.
Yes, the ghost people.
Yeah, like everybody on Facebook right now is like, Halbrand is Sauron. It's like he's not Sauron.
Everybody's Sauron.
Anatar is Sauron. Yeah, people are saying
Theo is
fucking Theo is
Sauron.
Sauron. The radio lady said Bronwyn carries the whole show, when that is the biggest pile of poop I've ever heard.
And now they have a blind queen.
Yeah, oh my God. I just really fucking can't stand Galadriel. I can't stand her.
Obnoxious.
She, like, the Facebook theory I sent you that one day, it's like, so in conclusion, Galadriel is Sauron. Yeah,
I mean, at this
she's
point,
just
she might as well be.
infuriating, and she's so angry, and she can't focus on anything but her anger over Finrod. And I guess Celeborn, because
stupid
Celeborn's
name.
dead. Oh, God.
God, what a fucking shit show.
It's a lot. And I'm like, when is Isildur going to pop back up? Because he's obviously not dead. Can you imagine if they killed Isildur of all people? I just don't know what they're doing.
They're just,
I don't know.
They're rating the whole thing with their ass. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes. Let's continue. All right. Mario trailer. You watched it.
Yeah.
You liked it.
Yeah, I don't think it looks as bad as you think it does. I do wish it were not Chris Pratt. And I did rewatch it last night while you were in the bathroom for a million years. And he does have no booty. He has his overalls literally sag on his little butt.
On his butt. Yeah. I hate Chris Pratt in that role. Like his
You don't
voice,
like Chris Pratt at all anymore.
I don't like Chris Pratt at all. I don't like Mario's design either. Why are his jowls fat? He's supposed to have fat cheeks, not fat jowls.
Supposed to have fat cheeks on his face and his derriere.
Exactly. That Mario does not look adorable like the one in the games. That is not my Mario. I hate it. I like Key and I like Jack Black, but I didn't like Mario at all. That penguin scene was kind of funny.
That was really funny, actually. They're throwing their little snowballs and like, you have felt our wrath. Oh, God. I can't.
And he just like melts everything with his fire breath.
It was pretty cute.
Did you notice that Bowser kind of had like Jack Blackish expressions?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did.
I like that.
It was cute.
I like that a lot. So which if they give Mario like Chris Pratt expressions, I'm really gonna hate it.
Yeah.
Because Luigi does look a little bit like Charlie Day when he's running away from those ghosts. Ghosts, was it?
Wait, did they show Luigi in the trailer?
Yeah, like at the end, at the very end.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I missed that.
Or did they? Or am I going crazy?
I think you might be going crazy.
Huh. I might have had a stroke.
Maybe.
That's all right. Hocus Pocus 2 almost made me have a stroke.
Oh, dear. Another
Terrible.
not so great thing. I didn't hate it.
I liked it more than the first one. That's how much I hate the first one.
No. No.
Yeah.
It is not better than the first one.
I thought it was.
It was sad because like some of the humor, like the adult humor, I missed that because there really wasn't any adult humor. Not
Except
so much.
when they said
Just
virgin.
the crap with the virgin. Like
Yeah.
that was the only thing. And I don't know. The plot was just kind of silly, and the music was kind of terrible. Like, why didn't you just sing "I Put a Spell on You" again? And the CGI, God, it was way worse than it was in 1993. That's pretty bad. It's pretty fucking terrible. Was it 93?
Also, there's like a chunk of
95? I
like
don't know.
20 minutes inside of a Walgreens for the movie.
That was actually funny to me, though. You
were in
didn't
Walgreens?
care for it.
No.
I thought it was funny. And the end did make me cry.
You were crying a lot.
Yeah, I was boohooing.
When Winifred had a change of heart and became a good witch because she missed her sisters.
I don't think she became a good witch.
She stopped
but...
wanting to kill the child and told her,
Okay. We didn't say we were going to give Hocus Pocus spoilers.
I mean, our listeners don't care about this movie. And the ones that do already watched it.
Yeah. We got a couple that do care, but yeah, surely they already watched it.
The movie's terrible. It's just bad.
It's not terrible. I don't know that I'll rewatch it like I do the first one.
I'm never going to watch it again.
And Billy doesn't sound right. He doesn't sound the same way he did in the other movie. Yeah, he's not as like gravelly, and he was more heavily accented in this one.
I see. Yeah, no. I did think that the little kid at the beginning was a pretty good Winifred impersonator or whatever.
Oh yeah, the girls in the start of the movie.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
No.
No. It was all right.
Not for me, anyways. Yeah, I hate that. You know what is for me though?
What?
That sex toy you pulled out.
Oh boy. Okay, so
give me your sex toy of the week.
It's not exactly a sex toy.
Is it sex news?
Specifically. No.
Because those qualify too.
I'm gonna send this to you on Discord.
Okay.
Let me get to... Where the hell did I even send you these?
You sent them to me.
I found it. Okay, never mind. With the eggs. The eggs was the last one that we did.
Intro topics. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Body bookworms. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wait, didn't you get one of these not too long ago?
No.
Like for free? For like a review?
No, I have never heard of this.
Caribbean Airs in Paris.
Yes.
That's so stupid. Okay, let's see. So is this like a box, like an owl crate or like a book box or whatever?
Yes.
And it sends you a hot book
with sex toys, lubes, and sex games. Yes. Okay, so what's inside Body Bookworms Quarterly?
Okay.
You get a sexy romance book. Each quarter you'll receive a romance book so hot it'll melt your panties. A deluxe erotic toy. Each book is paired with a deluxe erotic toy plus tips on how to use it. Batteries are always included.
Ooh.
Plus surprises. You'll also receive a 3 to 4 surprise erotic and lifestyle accessories.
So like what?
Like, let me see here. I know they had pictures of their past boxes that you could buy. Let me see.
Okay, I do have another question about that.
Okay.
Are any of these books that you've heard of before?
Yes, actually. So a lot of them weren't, and then I looked into their past box section on the website, and there is a book that I actually started to read and DNF'd. But it is actually a popular book. And the one for next month, the Caribbean Heiress in Paris, I've seen that one on Bookstagram.
Okay.
So
the fucking Caribbean Heiress in Paris, that fucking photoshopped green screen cover is just terrible.
Oh my gosh.
But it has a description next to it. It says Paris 1889. The Exposition Universelle is underway. What the fuck is that, French? Drawing merchants from every corner of the globe, including Luz Alana Hait Benzan, heiress to Cañabrava Rum Empire. Luz Alana set sail from Santo Domingo, armed with 300 casks of rum, her 2 best friends, and one simple rule. Under no circumstances is she to fall in love in the City of Lights. She intends to expand the rum business her family built over 3 generations, but buyers and shippers alike can't imagine doing business with a woman. Never mind a woman of color. This, paired with being denied access to her inheritance, unless she marries, leaves the heiress in a very precarious position. Oh boy, so far it just sounds worse. It just gets worse and worse. Enter James Evanston Sinclair, Earl of Darnick. Earl of Darnick, who has
This is
spent
where I'm really reminded that English is not your first language.
who has spent a decade looking for purpose outside of his father's dirty money and dirtier dealings. Ignoring his title, he's built a whiskey brand that is his biggest and only passion. That is until he's confronted with a Spanish-speaking force of nature who turns his life upside down.
The Caribbean heiress in Paris.
For Evan, every day with Luz Alana makes him yearn for more than her ardent kisses or marriage of convenience that might save them both. But Luz Alana sailed for Paris, prepared to build her business and her future. What she wasn't prepared for was love finding her. This sounds awful.
Okay, so here's a box. Here's the box that I saw with the book that I actually recognized.
Okay.
So the book was, spoiler alert, by Olivia Dade, which is features a plus-size heroine, which is nice.
Didn't you start reading that?
Yeah, I DNF'd it.
Okay.
I got it from the library, at least.
I see.
So,
Okay.
okay, so it gives you a description of the hot, sexy book. And then it comes with an Aria Hot Tongue rechargeable vibe.
A what?
Of $45 in value. Aria Hot Tongue rechargeable vibe.
What's that?
Any lover who knows how to use their tongue effectively is a keeper, including Marcus. He does utterly delicious things to April's body with his. The Aria Hot Tongue may not be as handsome as Marcus, who is, but it will take you right to the edge until you explode. The waterproof bullet offers 10 powerful vibration functions. Use it with or without its silky silicone tongue sleeve to find your happy ending. Charging cord included. Then it has an exclusive Starstruck gemstone pendant necklace. You don't have to be a geologist like April to find beauty in these stars. These star pendants crafted from semi-precious stones. And then you have System Joe water-based lubricant. Designed to glide over your body effortlessly, this water-based lube is flavorless and safe to use with all toys. System Joe makes premium lubricant with simple, clean ingredients without fragrances or irritating preservatives. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay. So
But then you also get a cosplaying lace mask, so you can dress up while you sex up.
So these are all just weird because there's this one here that comes with like a dick ring, right?
Yeah.
A cock ring.
Yeah.
With a bullet on it. And then like the biggest thing that comes in the book, it's a penis-shaped cookie cutter. That's the one with the hardened gold.
I love it.
Wow.
They also offer
Like one just comes with like a giant gummy bear and a face mask. One comes with like puffy nipple clamps, and there's one that just comes with like a choker.
one comes with a ruler that says "Hit me, baby, one more time."
Oh Lord, is the book of Britney Spears inspired?
It honestly looks kind of like Britney Spears on the cover.
Really?
Oh, she's trans. Oh boy.
Trans Britney Spears. Which one's that one? I don't see it.
It is the For the Love of April French book.
Let me see.
It should be in the box section.
Oh, I see it here.
You see?
Okay. Yeah, I see it.
What is it? It's a lipstick vibrator.
Huh.
A fluttering lipstick vibe. Yeah, spanking ruler. But then I noticed that there were some that came with like handcuffs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
This one comes with Christmas lights.
But they also sell sexual enamel pins. One of the pins is a Hitachi wand. And then another pin says "Eat a bag of dicks," and it's a grocery bag with dicks hanging out of it. Yeah, it's pretty great.
That's
So
funny.
yeah, looks like a fun subscription, but it also looks like the prices vary based on like what kind of toy is in
it's
it.
like it looks like it
their
doesn't
prices
have.
are not consistent.
Yeah, it looks like it doesn't have like a consistent quality.
Yeah, it looks like it could be anywhere from like $35 to $70.
Yeah, I saw one that was like $112, and I didn't see anything that it came.
Well,
with.
yeah, if you look in the toy section, those toys are expensive.
Yeah.
Just the toys alone.
I didn't look at the toys. Let me go back to the toys and see if I can see
goodness.
them. So here's the
But it's
shop.
all like standard toys.
I see. Lubes and games. Here we go. Oh, yeah, this is like... Huh. That's
Vanilla
a die-cast
toys.
wand. It looks like a fucking water thermos.
Yes, it does. A water thermos?
Thermos?
Thermos. Look at the skull.
That's kind of cute.
I know. I
But
would
what
put that
would
on
you
the
do with it?
bedside table. as decorations, not as a toy. We can put it out with the Halloween decor. Your parents will come over and think it's just...
They'll think it was a lamp, tap it, and it'll start vibrating across the fucking living room.
I can't. Oh, boy.
Some of this are not. Yeah, they're like just normal shit.
Yeah, there's nothing terribly
No, it's
unique.
just funny that it comes with a book and like the quality doesn't like stay. Like it fluctuates in quality.
It's a cool idea.
I mean, I guess it kind of look a kunai butt plug.
Oh my gosh,
that is funny.
But also, if you just got a collection of sex toys, and you don't need to have a new one with every sexy book you get. Like I don't know.
Oh well, this was a pretty fun find. This was interesting to look through. You did good.
Thank you.
You did good. I should get one for next week.
No, they're too expensive.
No, I mean like.
Oh, come up with find a good sex toy.
Yes, for next week. Not.
Find a video game sex toy. Not buy one.
A horror sex toy. A Junji Ito sex
toy. A spiral something
sex toy.
Yeah, to spiral up into one of your orifices.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. That would be weird.
Right?
That would be great.
How much more can you take?
It's like something that you put your dick and balls into and then you twist it and it just gives you like...
A spiral dick?
Yes. And then you take it off and it looks like a curly fry.
Oh my gosh. An Arby's
balls.
fry.
All right, let's go ahead and get into some book talk.
This week's book is Hallucinations, a collection of short stories by Junji Ito. It was supposedly published in June of 1998, and the publisher's name is definitely in Japanese, and I can't read it.
What's it say?
So it's literally just Japanese
characters?
symbols.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I have absolutely no idea.
Oh, well. Viz published the Americanized.
It was really, really hard to find like what it was called. Hard to find it on Goodreads. Took me a minute to realize it was called Hallucinations. So this, if you recall, we read Frankenstein last week, and I was dreading reading it because I thought it was super, super long. But then I got halfway through.
Wait, we forgot to address something.
We did?
Yes, we were supposed to do the Patreon
yeah,
this
we were
week.
supposed to do backlog.
Yes,
this week.
That's next week now, because you're behind on the book.
Yes,
like
very,
crazy.
very behind.
What
should I share my life change
with work and
yeah
stuff? I mean, if you want to.
It is what it is. So as everybody might remember, the regular people, I found a new job a couple months ago. Seemed like it was going to be the dream job. Turned out to be one of the worst decisions I've ever made in my life. Also, one of the reasons I have not been so okay for the last little bit. So thank you, my darling dear, for sticking by me and all of my mental ups and downs. But I found another new job that is not the worst decision of my life. Started a couple weeks ago, but this past week we had a bunch of stuff going on, and I worked like a 12-hour day plus a lot of extra. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. Really, really, really long week. And I didn't read like at all because I couldn't breathe from work, which is fine. I like it. So it's okay. But it's a lot. But yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I was in a not good place.
And not Discord.
But now I'm better. I'm not okay, but I'm better. We're once again, like I said last week, we're up on the uphill. It's getting better. It's all good. It's just I couldn't think about literally anything but work this past week.
But you're gonna read the book for next week, right?
Yeah.
Even if you DNF it.
Yeah, I don't think I'll DNF it. It's not bad so far. I mean, it's gay boys in Regency, England. Like
I don't
love
know
it.
what's worse, being gay or being in England.
What the hell? You've never even been in England.
I know.
It's an amazing place.
Yes, but it's like what's scarier, being gay and being prosecuted in regal time England, or being in England? What's worse?
What? I can't with you. I can't.
All right.
Okay, so anyway, yeah.
Junji
So
Ito.
Frankenstein, we realized that it was only half of that book.
Yeah.
And then these short stories start in the second half.
They're
and
great.
they all focus on one kid, Orishishibara.
Orishiki?
Origami, or origami.
No. Orishiki.
Orishikami.
Orishiki.
Are you sure that's what it
Yes,
is?
it's Orishiki.
Okay.
Oshiriki, whatever.
Orishiki.
Whatever. Let's just keep Orishiki. Come on, continue.
Origami. I want to call him origami.
No.
Okay, so it all focuses on this kid. There's there's a Next Spectre story. There's a pen pal story. There's some alternate dimension shit going on that seems to kind of bleed through all of it.
Yep.
You find out later. There's what else is there?
It's pretty much those, and then there's like two other stories. One is like a daughter with doll syndrome.
Oh yeah, kids turning into dolls.
And the last one is Junji Ito's mom's dog dying.
Yeah, that's sad.
That one was it's creepy, like Junji Ito, but ended up being.
It really
more
wasn't
funny.
that creepy.
The dog was creepy looking.
It was a little Maltese.
It gets warts and scratches his neck sometimes, and it oozes, so we have to bandage it. And then they show the dog with a bunch of warts.
Poor baby.
And then it shows the dog sleeping next to him.
Poor baby.
And it passed away.
Yeah.
I played hide and seek in the garden forever.
Made me sad.
Yeah.
But these stories also made me sad because they were so boring.
They were. The first two were boring.
The first three, well, actually all of them were boring, but you were right. It did get better because I just wanted to stop at those first three and I should talk about those because I was over it.
No.
I was not a fan.
No, we were not.
So fucking boring. Well, it doesn't help that kid is he's a very monotone personality. He's very droll.
Sucked.
He's very goth and emo, and he's not emo. He has no emotion.
Edgelord. He was
an
a fucking edgelord.
What's an edgelord?
He thinks he's so dark and mysterious, and he's like, my opinions are so radicalized that people can't understand me.
Yeah, that's true.
And like the one where his best friend is very popular, and he supposedly drowns in the bog.
Oh, the bog one, yeah.
And like whenever he was walking around with his best friends and all the girls were following, he just looked like he was so fucking. God, I couldn't stand. Like I know people like that from back home, like they're better than everybody else, and he was just fucking annoying. I couldn't stand the fucking main character.
Yeah, he was a lot. That didn't help.
Jesus Christ.
But I felt like some of the stories were also just not very scary. Some of them were.
Which ones weren't scary?
Like the bog one. That was just stupid.
That one was pretty stupid.
That was really stupid. The pen pal one was freaky.
The pen pal one was good.
That was wackadoo.
That's when I feel like that's when it actually became good. Because the first one is like he kills his friend
for being too tall. He was mad at his friend for being taller than him, and the girls were paying attention to the friend instead of him and his short self.
Yeah. He kills him, buries him in his backyard, and then he's just having like hallucinations.
It's like if Danny DeVito killed all the tall people.
He would kill everybody.
He's so little. I didn't realize just how little he was till I saw him in this New Jersey Mike's commercial.
He's tiny.
He's so tiny.
He is.
God.
That one, I mean, like I like
the Next Spectre one.
Yes, I like the body horror in that one.
But also,
really nothing happens, and like I felt really bad.
Nothing happens in any of them.
I felt really bad for the girl he kicked in the head for no reason.
Yeah, because he was just hallucinating, thinking her neck was growing.
Yeah, and then after that, it's just like those two stories were the worst part of the whole book. The rest of the stories I thought were pretty good. When that the one with the girl with the pen pals, that one is kind of where it picked up for me.
But see, I also knew what was going to happen with that one. Like, it was so obvious.
That she was going to end up killing herself?
Well, obvious that she was crazy and had multiple personality disorder. And she was all of her pen pals, and she was going to go Looney Tune on him. Well, she did.
I'm surprised she didn't try to kill him.
Yeah. Surprised it turned on herself.
So, and then it goes into like the first one with like the alternate dimensions.
Yeah, with his friends that he made, and then they find like the body of the tall.
They're themselves.
Well,
they
yeah,
find their own bodies from alternate dimensions buried there.
And then they see his alternate self digging,
burying the bodies.
Yeah.
There. Yeah. There's Smash, which is another book from Ito that does kind of like the same thing. He does a bunch of stories, and then like midway through the book, they kind of all start making sense and like coming together into one thing. That's when it all started like merging, and from there,
he kind of does that with all of them though, doesn't he? It's Uzumaki and Tomi were like that too.
I didn't finish Tomi. I have to finish Tomi.
Oh,
I want to finish it before the final episode of this month. But Uzumaki, kind of, but it was also the same people in the same town, and it was kind of like chronological. Like every event happened after the other. It wasn't like alternate dimensions just converging into one spot.
True. Very true.
I really liked it. I thought it was very interesting. Like the ending kind of didn't have a resolution. It just...
None of his endings have resolutions, I've found.
Well, Uzumaki did.
It did?
Yeah.
Remind me?
The whole town dies.
Oh, right.
And they go into like the ancient spiral, which
is right. It's been a while. It's been like 2 years since we read that.
Yeah.
Shit.
That shit stuck with me. I think it's because it's my first Ito. And it was good.
It was
really fucking good. Like every time it went insane, it just fucking went off the rails.
Yeah.
Like the snail people and the guy wanting to turn himself into a spiral by climbing into that circular coffin.
First story with the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't have read a book of that length about this kid.
No, he wasn't likable at all. He wasn't relatable or anything. He was just
there.
An angst ball.
Yeah. He was pretty annoying.
Yeah. I liked it. I especially like the one where the girl wants to come over and she ends up falling into another dimension in front of him while they were talking. And then it turns out that the evil version of him was trying to experiment on her to figure out how to make himself be taller with a serum that makes his bones and skins grow. But then his made his bones grow instead of his skin. And he just like ripped his whole
that
fucking
was
body.
Freaky. I didn't care for that story, but that part was freaky.
that was a pretty good story. I felt like that one was pretty good. Overall.
And shame on his parents for leaving him alone literally all the time. I did think it was freaky.
That was the last one.
Yeah, when the parents from the other dimension showed up because their dimension got fucked up and they were trying to bring the other him over and they all like got stuck in the wall, and then he finds out that like there are tons of people from other dimensions stuck in the wall.
Yeah.
Ugh. Can you imagine?
That's insane. That was I feel like now that I think about it, now that I remember it.
Yeah, that was the very last one before we switched to the doll.
And that was a good ending, yeah.
The doll was fucking random though.
That was
so random. Like I get the dog, but the doll, why?
So the thing, I got two thoughts that I want to touch on before we wrap up this part. First one, the doll. I had a thought as soon as it starts showing like the daughter turning into a doll and it turns like fully into a doll. I was like, I would cremate that. And then they're like,
let's cremate her.
And then they were like, oh, people usually cremate them. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm part of the regular population. I would cremate my child. And then it turns out if you don't cremate it, then you kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
You have any thoughts about that story at all?
No, I was just wondering why the hell it was there. It was random as fuck.
It was random as fuck.
Did he have a kid that died or something?
I don't know. It was random as fuck, but I did appreciate the final drawing, like the final illustration of like the daughter after she decays and whatnot. I love it when he draws like that. When he goes into that full gory detail, fucking love it. No?
It was just so random. I couldn't appreciate any of it.
I guess. Okay. my thought, the thought that I had, that story with the parents, you know, they end up going into the wall.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about what compels Junji Ito to do this, but I absolutely love when he does that. That the most horrific, potentially world-ending stuff starts unfolding, and all of a sudden it just disappears, and there's no proof that it ever could have happened.
Making everybody think they're crazy.
Yeah, like the most horrifying, horrific shit that you can think of is right there before your eyes, and then it's gone. Like the parents trying to pull the kid through the wall, and then they get sucked in, and the only thing that's left behind is a pair of slippers.
Yeah. Pretty freaky.
But I love it when he does. Love it when he does that. It's fantastic.
Shakes you up.
Yeah, like it fucks you up, and then you're like, "Did I really see that?" Because if that shit happened to me in real life, I would be fucked up.
Convince yourself you're crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lonelier than a tune.
Mm-hmm. So, what did you think about the whole thing overall?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was bored. I was bored out of my mind.
Bored out of your mind?
Yes.
So, what would you give it?
3 stars. Which is generous. But there were some decent stories in there.
Like, which one did you like the most?
The most?
Mhm.
Oh, God. I don't know.
You don't know?
Maybe Pen Pal. Maybe.
Pen Pal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. And the way that she went to town on herself with the knife. That.
And I did think it was really funny that he was mad and killed his friend all just because he was taller than him. It's pretty petty.
Yeah.
That's some middle school shit.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think my favorite must have been the one with the girl that came over and fell into the other dimension, because there was like that one blob monster that was her from another
Oh
dimension.
yeah, the big like pile of dung.
Yeah, and then the guy that he fought in school that came through into his house and just melted in front of him.
I forgot about that part.
That I really like that one. I think that was probably my favorite. For me, this is a 4-star. It's very boring and very slow at the beginning, but then when they start introducing like the alternate dimension shit, that's when it gets really good. I felt like it got really, really good.
Got freakier.
It did. I mean,
And-
it's Ito.
It's somewhat better. Somewhat.
All right. So anything else you want to say before we move on?
Nope.
All right. So it's time now for games and stuff. All right, for this week's game, we have Prodeus, or I really,
Prometheus.
this game's name, I keep forgetting this fucking game's name, and I've been obsessed with it for the past, like, 3 days.
Oh my! For the past 3 days. Wow.
Yeah.
Such a long time.
Yeah, it released September 23rd, 2022. I found out through TikTok that this thing was free on Game Pass. Well, if you pay for Game Pass, you can play it for whatever you pay for Game Pass, or whatever. And I love the art style because it's like Sprite, but it's actually like 3D models coated in like sprites, and they're flat and shit. Game just looks so good. Like the whole screen has like a sprite filter on it, so it has a bunch of little squares all over the screen, and that's where the colors are. So they move from whatever through there, but it's not really like sprite based. It looks sprite based, but it's not. This game is pretty much on everything. It's on Mac, it's on Windows, it's on Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X and X. It's basically a modern day Doom, but not like Doom 2016 reboot continuation of the story Doom, but like if they decided to make a Doom style game with Doom style gameplay, the original Doom nowadays, this is it. It is so fucking good. It is so much fun. It highlights murder parkour.
Murder
Perfect,
parkour.
perfectly, yeah.
What?
Yeah, so I didn't notice like any sort of pointing system, but like the faster you go and the more you kill, the better it feels.
Oh my gosh.
Like it's such a rush to just go into a room and have a bunch of baddies and you just blast the shit out of them and turn them into piles of goop on the floor. You remember that I showed you that one group that I just blew up and there was like blood dripping from the ceilings and like chunks everywhere and whatnot?
Yep. Oh yeah, it was that game.
That game, yes.
That was a lot.
Yeah, it is heavy. It's very fucking heavy.
Yes.
The music is kind of generic, so it's not that great. So you get like your basic like metal or rock like heavy music while you're
killing
running around exploding shit. I don't have any idea what the hell happened in the story. All I know is that you're some dude that gets resurrected and your job is to kill Chaos and Prodeus. But Prodeus is like a dimension and it's made of... And the beings there are made of energy. And then Chaos is basically like hell. So you have zombies and imps and shit that you get to kill. I don't really know what all of that was about the story at all. I just know I had a bunch of things to kill and blow up.
Woo!
So you have like shotguns, machine guns, fucking minigun. You have rocket launchers, pulse rifles.
Shoot them up.
Yeah, basically everything that you would have in Doom, you have in this game, but it feels so much better. They have like a super shotgun. So it's like a sawed-off shotgun with 4 barrels. So you can either shoot a shell at a time, or you can shoot all four at the time and just turn everybody into goop.
Why wouldn't you want to do that?
Because then you run out of bullets faster. For some reason, the shotgun is like the weapon that I use the most, and is the one that has the least amount of bullets. I also did like the pulse rifle a lot because it has this function where you like aim at the enemies and you shoot them, and it puts like a target on them. So when you shoot, the bullets just chase them automatically.
Oh, that's fun.
So you can like hide behind a corner and just shoot forward and the bullets are going sideways to hit.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And the cool thing is that, and I did this a bunch, you would like target somebody really far off and you would start shooting and you would move your arc or your aim wherever you wanted. And if there were enemies in the way, the bullets would hit them on the way to hit the other one. So that was pretty cool. You could kill
it's
like
4 or 5. Legolas with his arrows that fly through people.
Exactly. Or like fucking, if Legolas could do like arrow bending and just like shoot an arrow forward and it goes sideways and hits somebody over there back behind them in the corner.
He probably could.
That's what that gun felt like. There was like, the guns are fucking crazy because there's this gun that's a fucking sniper rifle, right? So it shoots really far and whatever you shoot and it hits, it like disintegrates into a mist of blood. But when you don't aim it and you just shoot, it just shoots an arc of lightning that chains together onto all the monsters. And you just see them get electrocuted and blow up. I forgot that the pulse rifle, whenever you tag somebody to shoot, depending on where you tag them, you might tag them in the arm. And you're shooting them, the target goes away, but it's because you blew their arm off. So you have to tag them again.
Oh my goodness.
It's so much fun. Like just going into a hallway and seeing a bunch of monsters and pulling out your minigun and just like going to town and just turning everybody into mulch is so much fucking fun.
Turning them into mulch.
Pretty much, because you see
blood mulch.
Yes, you see their chunks of
that's disgusting.
Flesh all over the place. It's so much fucking fun. It is literally like Doom, like the original Doom. If the original Doom was made today, that's what it's like. It's so much fucking fun. It's fast. It's bloody. There's a nice variety of weapons. You can buy more weapons and abilities and shit because you can collect like these chunks of stones that you can use at a store to buy like double jump or a fucking different shotgun or whatever you want. And honestly, after the beginning of the game, once you get the shotgun, it just goes up from there. Like all the weapons are cool after that. There's one that shoots fire. It shoots like blobs of fire. And if you hit an enemy with the blob of fire, they catch on fire. And they keep getting damage even though you're not shooting them anymore.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. I have no idea what the story was about. I have no idea what happened in the story or what the point of it is. Because like at the end, you go into a church. You corrupt a respawn point, which is what you use to respawn every time you die. And the church just gets invaded by like demons and like Prodeus monsters and shit, and you're just like killing for like 5 minutes straight, and then the game's over. And like they don't get like the little bit of story that you get is like before every stage they tell you about this stage. So if you go to like a settlement, they're like, this is the first settlement that was created in this world. That's it. Or like, oh, these are the barracks where the soldiers used to sleep. That's it. So you don't really get a lot of story. The gameplay itself is so much stupid fun. It's so fucking good. But there's no story and there's really nothing else to do after you beat the game apart from beat it multiple times in higher levels, which I'm not about. Honestly, I played it on easy, and I feel like that gave me what I wanted out of the game. It gave me a power fantasy of nothing can stand up to me. The shooting felt somewhat realistic because if I hit somebody from afar with a shotgun, they're not gonna die. Or if I hit them in the arm with the shotgun, their arm falls off. They keep, trying to kill me. If I shoot them in the head, they're done. So that, to me, it felt like it was meant to be played on easy because it just felt so good.
So satisfying.
Very satisfying. Oh my God, so much satisfaction. And like, I love because the levels did this thing where like you would start and like you would be killing like 1 or 2 demons or 3 or 4 monsters, and then out of nowhere, and towards the end of the stage, it would just turn into fucking chaos, and there's like 20, 30 fucking monsters coming at you at the same time, and you're just killing and killing and killing. It's so fucking fun. So much fun. Honestly, I wish there was more to the game apart from the campaign. Like, I wish there was like a story to tie to the campaign that was better. I wish that, there was other stuff to do outside of the campaign. Like a fucking murder gauntlet. I would love that shit. Just give me all the weapons, unlimited fucking ammo, and let me go to town and just keep throwing bad guys at me. That would make me very happy because I just want to run around and shoot shit. So I gave the game a rating. Let me see here. 9 out of 10.
It's pretty high.
Yeah. It would have been a 10 out of 10 if it would have had a story and if it would have had more to do afterwards. But apparently this was a crowdsourced game. So it looks like also it isn't fully complete and there's more shit coming out for it.
That's exciting. So it might make its way up to a 10.
It might. Yeah. So I'm not entirely sure if it is going to happen or not. I haven't even looked at the crowdfunding goals or whatever. But there is like a hall in the game with like the pictures of all the backers. So you would walk through the hall and you will see like all the persons that worked in it and the persons that donated to it. So
very nice.
Yeah, it's wow. Let's see. It's a little bit something that I see here on the Wikipedia that I find kind of interesting. Prodeus employs a modern game engine that extends the experience of classic shooters with visuals such as dynamic lighting and particle effects, which it does, and it looks great. It has interactive levels, and a gore system. So not every kill kind of looks the same. There's like a specify like, oh, you blew their legs out or you blew their torso out, so the legs are just like what falls on the floor or whatever. It has a dynamic soundtrack. Apparently the soundtrack changes, but I was not paying attention to that. Though the game may be played entirely with modern visual, the game allows the players to apply shaders that give the game a pixelated look, simulating resolutions down to 360p or even 216p. The game also has the option to dynamically convert enemy and item models to sprite, further simulating a retro experience. I did not mess with any of that, but I'm glad that's there. That's pretty cool. That is very, very cool. So yeah, 9 out of 10.
It's impressive.
Very, very fun game. And it takes like 6 hours to beat. So, got like a free afternoon, just load it, get to killing.
Not very get to killing. I can't.
It's just basically it.
I know, but still, Lord.
I mean, I beat the original Doom a few years ago, and I was like, "This is fun." And then I played this game, I'm like, "Oh, this is way better than Doom."
Oh my
like,
god!
Holy shit! If this would have been released in 1990, whatever the fuck Doom was released on, oh fuck! Especially since the last stage is in a church, and you get to kill a shit ton of demons in church. The people would have been mad about that.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Like they're mad about Hocus Pocus casting spells through your TV.
Yeah. So I don't get this. Okay. The original Doom is about demons flooding Phobos, the moon in Saturn.
Uh-huh.
Or Mars or whatever. Phobos is a moon, whatever. Humans open a portal to hell, demons invade it, you go, you kill all the demons. People were mad about that. Like, isn't the point of religion
to kill the demons?
Yeah, to like
to get rid of the demons?
Like, I'm getting mixed signals. Are you pro demon or are you against
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like, fuck Satan or not?
Like, I don't know. There's some things where I kind of understand getting up in arms about, like that new show, the Antichrist Kid cartoon, Satan's Daughter or whatever the hell it's
that's like
called.
the 9th time they've done a cartoon show where Satan's daughter is like the main focus of it.
And like, okay, it makes at least more sense to me to be upset about that than just going and killing demons. You know? I think it's funny, and just don't let your kids fucking watch it. What the hell?
Like, it's not a kids show.
Exactly.
Just like Doom wasn't a kids game.
But, you know, people sometimes forget that they can't control everyone with their religion.
The original Doom was made by a bunch of edgelords.
Oh.
Fucking John Romero and John Carmack were fucking
Then you
edgelords.
should not like that game.
I should not, but it's so much fun.
Oh, dear.
And the opening song is Master of Puppets.
Nice.
I've shown you the song before.
I think so.
Yeah.
Speaking of Master of Puppets, you know what else we should have sat down to watch last night?
What?
Stranger Things.
We should have. Oh, well.
I'm going to get you eventually.
We're going to watch it eventually. All right. Are you ready for garbage?
I'm ready.
All right. That is Give Me the Garbage.
As my husband insists on playing the Doom Master of Puppets for me again. Because I may have forgotten.
Yeah. Isn't that song awesome?
It is.
Doesn't it just sound like the perfect song to splatter demons all over the walls?
Yep, sure does. I guess that's why they used it in Stranger Things, too. Well, if you were wondering why I didn't sound so enthused about garbage today, it's because it's nothing that deserves enthusiasm.
Don't you want to tell them that we have 2 garbages for today?
Yeah, we got 2 garbages, and neither one half of one was not underwhelming, but that's not what we're here for. So
half of one.
There's
2 and half of one.
Yeah.
So 15%.
Yeah.
Of today's garbage is good.
25%.
25.
Yeah, because we got 2 parts of each.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm not a Matthew.
Neither am I.
A Matthew-matician or whatever it's called.
Okay. Anyway. Okay. So, my husband. So we had the pool party weeks ago, and they had Chipotle cater the pool party, and I got both of us plates, and they were actually really good. But keep in mind, it was catered, so like I got to build our bowls. And it was nice. So hubby's like, you know what? I want to go try Chipotle again, even though we have both had negative experiences with Chipotle.
See,
but it tasted really good that day from the pool party.
I did DoorDash once, like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, just to get that deal.
Yes, because they had
you worked all day and only made like $50, and they got the promo.
They had a promotion that they would give you $350 if you did 15 trips. So I just did the 15 trips, which
made no money.
It ended up being like $50.
It was awful.
And I got the $350. So one of the trips was fucking Chipotle, and it smelled amazing. So good. It wasn't.
Yeah, so we our little happy asses decided we'd go back to Chipotle.
And granted, this was like 3 days after the storm.
Yes, that was our first mistake. We went to Chipotle days after Hurricane Ian.
Yeah.
We went in and they had the big poster saying that they, for a limited time, have that fancy steak that they've got right now. The garlic whatever, something
lime
steak.
or cilantro, whatever.
Something like that. So he goes to the bathroom. I'm standing there waiting to order the food. They have a door that like malfunctions, and every time it slams closed, it screeches like nails on a chalkboard. Every You are traumatized. You're traumatized.
Because it almost sounds exactly like it.
Right?
Make it a little bit more metallic and you got it.
Yeah, a little more metallic, and that was like on point. Okay, so you go to the bathroom. I stand there, look at the menu, and I decide, like, I build my whole bowl in my head. I'm pumped. I'm like, we're going to get some queso because they had queso at the pool party and they revamped their queso after everybody complained about it. And it actually tastes pretty good now.
Yeah, it's not yellow anymore.
Exactly. Okay, so we get to the counter and the girl who looks like she is just the most miserable person on earth is like, we don't have any steak. We don't have any guac. We don't have any queso. We don't have any salsa. And we're just like, So,
we made it there already, and it's kind of a pain in the ass to get in and out of there.
Yeah, so we just stuck it out. But we had the saddest bowls ever. So
mine was like rice, black beans, the meat, cheese, and sour cream.
Mine was
the meat
pinto beans.
You got pinto beans?
Yeah, I got pinto. And I got chicken. You didn't get chicken. You got barbacoa, right?
Yes, and that is the worst barbacoa I've had in my entire life because it tastes like nothing but fucking cumin.
Yeah. Yeah. But my bowl was the same, except I got lettuce too. And
that's all they had on their fucking thing.
Yeah, I forgot that she said that they didn't have any salsa. They only had the spicy salsa, but I know from experience that Chipotle spicy salsa is too spicy for me. It is really fucking spicy.
That's impressive.
But then we were stupid and we decided we wanted more flavor than what was going to be in these rice, meat, cheese bowls.
Rice, meat, and cheese bowls.
So we
It's like
and also they didn't like pack it, considering that we're missing like all these other ingredients that we would have gotten. They were just a sad little lining at the bottom of that bowl.
Yep.
It was pretty pitiful. But we decided we were going to put some Tabasco on it, spice it up a little bit, and we sat outside so we didn't have to hear that fucking door.
We still had
You
to
could still hear the door outside, and the Tabasco made it worse.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Did I get the regular Tabasco or did I grab the wrong
I think you
one?
grabbed a fancy Tabasco, like a mango or some shit.
I
don't know what you did.
It was very acidic.
Yeah.
Very.
It was rough.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was not good.
Yeah, it made your toes curl.
Yeah. Which I'm fine with the spicy and whatnot, but just the amount of fucking cumin that they put on that meat. The only thing that you could taste was cumin with limey hot sauce and a splooge of fucking sour cream.
A sploosh.
A splooge of sour cream.
I can't.
It was I hate cumin so much, and I wish people would just stop using it, especially white people, because they don't know how to fucking use it. This is garbage.
Oh, straight up. One of the worst meals we've ever had.
Like, we considered making a ranking beyond garbage.
Lower than garbage.
Lower than garbage for
I'm telling
Chipotle.
you, I'm convinced that we once did a ranking lower than garbage. I thought we did. This is like scum of the earth.
Yeah, like, it's terrible.
It was
it's fucking
awful.
trash. Like, I would rather eat Twisted Root than this.
I'm not saying something.
I would rather have Twisted Root's fucking what was it, the atomic pickles, which taste like fucking Nashville hot sauced pickles,
On my sad flavorless burger.
and a sad flavorless burger.
Yep.
The onions taste like nothing, the tomatoes taste like nothing, and the onions and the everything tastes like nothing.
Yep.
I would rather have that than fucking Chipotle again.
All right, so then we went to a restaurant that we have reviewed before, but has a new item that was sold out.
I wasn't convinced that it was going to be any good. I had no hopes that this was going to be any good at all.
The Wingstop chicken sandwich. So I had to try it. I had to, and they're actually pretty cheap for Wingstop prices, so that's nice. But
It is a pretty hefty sandwich. Okay?
Yeah, it's not small.
It has a fair amount of chicken.
It's a nice size patty.
The chicken is, of course, good. The bun is nice. The sauces don't translate.
No, they really don't.
They don't translate.
Maybe if they'd soaked it in
Still, it doesn't
Yeah.
translate because the chicken just ends up being soggy. There was
Yeah.
nothing crunchy about my sandwich.
There was not an iota of crunchiness except the pickles.
Barely.
That was the only
and they were
thing
like
that was
the squishy crunch.
Yeah, and like I dipped it in the blue cheese, and it's not the same because, like you said, the sauce doesn't translate. And I'm used to, my mango habanero and my blue cheese flavors, and that's what makes it extra magical. And yeah, but man, they fucking cooked those fries right.
Oh, they fucked
For
mine up.
once. They did. I thought you said they were good.
Yeah, like the first few on top that weren't drowned in the seasoning.
No,
That's why I didn't eat all of them.
sad day.
Didn't you see me every time I grabbed the fry, I would shake it, fucking tap it against all the others so it would drop all the fucking seasoning off of it?
I didn't notice that. Mine were perfect. I'm sorry.
The sandwich isn't bad. I had the
Cajun.
the Cajun style. I really like the Cajun style. But like I said, it didn't translate. Like if they would give you like the sauce on the side for you to like toss your own fucking tenders,
Yeah.
I feel like that would work better.
Patty,
But
not tenders.
it's tenders. It wasn't a patty.
Oh.
It was tenders. It was like 3 tenders.
Smushed together?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like one next to the other on the burger, on the sandwich. You really didn't
Mine was a
notice that?
patty.
Seriously? Look at
Yes.
the pictures. I feel
Okay.
like mine were tenders.
I think you're crazy.
It was fine. Like the flavor's just fine and everything, but it's just like...
No, it was a patty.
It was a patty?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Both of them.
I don't know why mine... Okay. All right, if you say so. Anyways, what was I saying? Okay. I like the sauce. I like the amount of chicken. I like the amount of bread, the pickles and everything, but it doesn't come together because when you think of a chicken sandwich, you think of it being crunchy and you think of maybe having like some sort of mayonnaise-based sauce or aioli or whatever on it. And it just being the fucking sauce that you put on the wings, it just makes the chicken soggy and it doesn't work because it doesn't really end up being moist.
Very true.
Like if they would turn each sauce into a mayonnaise or an aioli, like your mango habanero would work well with mayonnaise and you just spray it on the fucking bun. That would
awesome.
be great. If they would do that, I feel like it would be much more successful. I didn't think it was bad, but it's
No, it's
not,
definitely not bad, but it's not what you want it to be.
Yeah.
It's not what it could be. It's not
not-
living up to its full potential.
all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was okay.
It was fine.
The very soggy parts were meh, but it was okay. Could have been way better. It also had the potential to be way worse.
Bless it.
So, I'll just stick with the wings. I like the wings better.
Yeah, the wings are much better.
Yeah.
They're just more expensive.
Actually, now that I think about it, it was a breaded patty, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if it would have been a naked breast with the skin on it, and they would have fried it like
Like
they
a
do
wing?
the wings.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been
Yeah.
way successful, and it would have been a way different product than what everybody else offers.
Very true. Very true. That's a good point. Because it was almost like that sauce didn't even stick to it. Like,
No, because it got soaked up by
Yeah.
the fucking breading.
yeah, I was like, I couldn't even taste it really. You got a faint little whisper of it. But gosh, I just, one of my favorite things is eating those wings and having mango habanero sauce all over my body.
Spicy nipples.
All over my face, my neck, my fingers, just
Fucking having it on your earlobe.
didn't I get it on my earlobe one day?
think
I've literally had it like caked all over my face before.
You've had it on your hair before.
Yeah.
Whenever you have your hair all crazy like you do right now, like sticking sideways.
Yeah.
Like the tips soaked in mango habanero
man.
sauce.
Thank God we only ever eat that at home. Never at the restaurant.
You're like a 5-year-old sometimes when you eat.
I really am. It's okay. I have no shame.
I feel like I've seen kids eat food cleaner than you eat those wings sometimes.
Just to love me.
Yeah, we're still married. Okay, so that's garbage, right?
Yeah.
We're all set?
It's yeah. Wait, we didn't rate this.
Yeah, well, we did meh. I mean, okay for Wingstop, right?
Did we?
I said it's okay.
Okay. It's okay. Yeah.
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 And Chipotle is obviously
Garbage. The worst scum
below
of the
garbage.
earth.
It's trash. It's fucking deserves to go
It's a
bankrupt.
dumpster fire.
God, it's so fucking bad. Oh, Lord.
We should have known better.
Yeah, we should have. We should have. Okay.
Chipotle catering is okay. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it for this week's episode.
Yes.
To be 100% honest, I
God.
finished The Last of Us.
Yes.
I finished both the game and the DLC.
You trying to say that I suck?
No. What I'm saying is I want you to finish the book, right?
Yes.
But because your book isn't horror,
Exactly. It's not horror at all.
I was thinking that maybe if we don't push it out as a regular episode, we'll push it up as an extra episode on the rotation everywhere. On the
Not just Patreon.
No, not on Patreon. So I push it out as a regular episode for the feed. So you can find it on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever.
Right.
Instead of a Patreon episode, And so that it doesn't go into like horror month because my game's debatably horror. Your book is not.
Right. We can explore that.
So,
Maybe I can find an audiobook that's horror so we're not reading only Ito.
I have no problem with reading Ito. There is so much fucking Ito that we can go into.
I know, but it's horror month, not Ito month. I mean, I guess horror month is Ito. Ito month is whatever. You know what I mean?
I'm reading a little bit of horror manga on the side, and I started one last night. Let me see. I think it's like, where the fuck's my phone? Okay. I think it's like 86 chapters.
That's long.
Let me see. Not really, because each chapter is like 80 pages. Let me see, where the hell is it? It's called Apocalypse Zero. It's 62 chapters. I'm already on 26. I started it last night. And it's like 186, 190 pages per chapter. So I really like fucking crazy. I like it.
More than me.
Yeah, ton of fun. Okay, so that's it.
That's it.
You want to say goodbye to everyone?
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.